Supportive housing is affordable housing linked to on-site services that help people stay stable. And this is for people who have mental illness or people with HIV/AIDS or people with other barriers that have made it difficult for them to live on their own in housing.
I remember when this building was being erected and there was some skepticism, some, I guess, hesitancy in terms of what was going up. When I heard supportive housing and that they were going to be responsible to this community, of course I said,
When the building first was introduced to us, it was kind of thrown in our face, and that kind of had the neighbors up in arms.
People was a bit apprehended about it in the beginning because they didn't realize. They thought that people would be living there, they'll be in the street.
I live not too far from here, and I walk by in the evenings, not to check on them, but going someplace, and it's no problem. You don't have them hanging out in the front or frightening people.
Just like a neighbor next door. You knock on the door and say, "Can I have a cup of sugar?"
We believe in working with a whole person, and that includes all aspects. Being a good neighbor helps to empower them socially.
It's also part of our philosophy of supportive housing that we be intimately part of the community.
We had a job fair. We wanted to give folks from this community an opportunity to work at Marcy Hart.
It has been no problems that I'm aware of. In fact, it's been an asset to the community.
It's like heaven to have you people here. I would recommend this in any neighborhood because I think it would enhance the neighborhood.
The Furman Center did a study looking at how supportive housing developments affect the value of surrounding properties. What we found was that after the supportive housing development opened, the prices of those homes closest by rose compared to our comparison group rather than fell.
And this is a part of the progress that is bringing back this community.
What was just a garbage-strewn lot, we had this vision that there could be a beautiful building on it, and that we could not only build a building for 48 individuals who had been homeless and had special needs, but that we could also make an enormous contribution to the community as well.
And I think it was a gamble, for lack of a better word, that was well worth it in the long, because it's all been a wonderful experience.
Well, if you have any fears about Marcy Hart, you can come and speak to me.
It's an asset to our community as well as to society. I certainly would recommend it highly.
I remember this block. Grew up right across the street, and this was a rough place at one point back in the 70s and the 80s. And this edifice here, this building here, has become almost an anchor in terms of becoming good neighbors and turning this block around.
Well, we work very closely with Reverend Thomas and her organization. We haven't had any issues with it, law enforcement-wise, and so far it's been all positive.
I mean, would you call them a good neighbors? That's understating their value and understating their worth.
Good design, well run, hasn't created problems.
I have twin boys. They're 11 years old. It's important that we reach out to other people and anyone else who needs support. We're all each other's neighbors, and we're basically all each other's brother's keeper.
I love living here. This is the best place I ever lived.
The best part about being in permanent housing is that you have your own keys and they open up a door to something that's yours. So this is like heaven to me.
Quite frankly, I want to know what took them so long to build this place.